Hello, welcome back to my channel. I just want to make a little video just to talk about my new strategy, what I want to go into this year with. A bit of a change of plan, not a massive change, but more of a way I'm thinking about my training. It started off last year really, so jumped back on the bike, started to get more miles in, and it was all going good. Further, faster, getting into it, and then as soon as you get into it and it gets to about October time, it starts getting darker, so your rides get cut shorter because it was dark. You got to come back in, and you miss days because it's raining, it's windy. You look out the window and think, I'm not going to do that. So I bought some lights, really good lights, happy with them. That means then if it's raining during the day but the weather forecast is fine at night, I can still go. So I went a couple of rides at midnight, and I felt safer. I felt I can go faster, and people could see me. I could see where I was going, and I was happy. Then it gets to about November, December time, and the weather starts hitting you then. So you're going long, open bike rides on the long straight road. Normally you'd be doing whatever speed, and if you're getting a headwind, you're slow. Your morale goes, you're looking at the floor, you're getting splashed by all the lorries come past you, and if it's windy, there's nothing you can do about it. It's just wind. And then you get sticks and leaves and mud and crap on the road, massive puddles. I know a couple of spots where there's usually a flood, so when you go around the corner, you have to go slow because you know that you're going to fall off otherwise. So there's just little things that you think, well, I can't go fast even if I wanted to go fast. Your training in the winter months is definitely slower. A lot of people fit mud guards to the bike, but it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to go as fast in the winter as you would in the summer. Air pressure, the road, the wind, you're carrying extra weight because you've got loads of layers on. The extra weight is also your wind resistance. You're not going to be so aero with a big massive coat on and your leggings on, your hat and your gloves. So I got to a point in about December time, I was thinking, well, do I spend X amount of money on the finest clothes? So tight fitting Gore-Tex jacket, wind top, new hat, leggings, the works, the gloves, the overshoes, Gore-Tex up to the max. But you could do that and you go for a bike ride, it's still windy. You still got sticks on the road, you still got mud and floods. So it doesn't matter what Rafa kit you're wearing, you're still going to go slow when the roads are crap. So my plan was to buy a turbo trainer, stick it in the house. You could just do 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whenever you like. It could be raining, snowing, windy, dark, and you can do whatever you like, can't you? So that's what I did. Bought my turbo trainer. Bit of difficulty setting up at the start because I had two bikes. One bike's got quick release skewers, the other bike's got through axles. The one bike's got disc brakes, the other bike's got caliper brakes, so I can't swap each wheel around. Decisions of do I use my best bike indoors or my older bike indoors, use my good bike outdoors or my older bike outdoors. So I decided I'd stick my old bike on the turbo trainer, train indoors. I didn't have the right axle for my new bike, but after a month or two of training, I definitely got fitter. I'm definitely faster. Done a few FTP tests, and they've gone from, I think it was below 250 to 309. The one said it wasn't actually on a fitness test. That was on I think just a Zwift race, I think, and it popped up that I've had a better 20 minutes. It's calculated my FTP has gone up to 309. I'm not sure if that's right because I've done another fitness test and a couple of other bike races based off that FTP test, and then I struggled to keep the power to where it said. So I'm not sure if well, I won't cut a long story short. In a minute, I'll tell you that bit in a minute. Why I've changed my strategy for the next year. it's all to do with the fitness test and me not getting the results I think I'm getting. What it is, so I've done a couple of months on Turbo Trainer. In my mind, I'm thinking, yes, I'm a TT, gonna smash it, I'm awesome. I can do 3 hours on the Turbo Trainer. I could do an hour of mega fast. You look at the speed on your app, and you're like, yes, I'm smashing it. I'm gonna get on the open road, and I'm gonna be killing it. So I've been on 2 bike rides so far on the open road this month. The one was a bit of a long one. The first half of it, I got some records. I did. I got no comms because there's some awesome blokes around here. But I got a couple of records that, consider it's the first bike ride of the year, and I was wearing a couple of layers, leggings and thermal top and stuff. Considering it's the first bike ride of the year, and I've beaten my last year's summer best, just like that, I was quite happy. The second half of the bike ride, so 20 mile, 30 mile mark, I started to struggle a little bit. I think it's because I went out too fast. My mind thought I was really fast and maybe I wasn't as fit as I thought it was. So the last half an hour, it was decent. It's just no personal records. But saying that though, it depends what route I took. Maybe on the day I got the personal records on my Strava, I was fresh because I went a different loop. So I'm not too worried about my Strava segments at all. I'm more looking at the average speed, how I felt. I felt a bit disappointed really, because you've got your new bike, you've been training hard over winter, and you're not getting the results you think you would have got. There's a new road where I live. It's a new bypass. It's taken like 70 years for them to make it and to actually do it. So the grand opening day, I was going to go out, smash it, and be the first person on Strava. First bike person ever to go on this road. Bit of a disaster that day. Something happened in the morning that I had to sort out. Opening time for the road was about 1:30 in the afternoon. So I thought I had to go out and do something important first. By the time I got to the road, it's about 2 o'clock. So I don't know if many people went over it before me, but I was definitely, well, everyone else is at work. It was a working day. I was off for the day. So I was probably, I don't know, the first 50 to ride over it, if that. Probably maybe the top 10, top 20 at least. But I managed to race back to my house, got my laptop out, went on Strava. Nobody has set up a segment yet. So I set about 10 different segments. On the one side, full side, the other side. That side, full side, the other side. There and back. From the first roundabout, second roundabout, there to there. I was king in the mountains. I had all the segments first. I was the only one on it, but I was first. Later on that day, a couple of people tried it and they were on Strava. I was still first. But then the next day, I started getting emails saying, boo-hoo, you've been knocked off. But it's making me think, because my Turbo Trainer, it's a smart Turbo Trainer with the Bluetooth connection to your app. You do your, it's got your power test on it. It's making me get a bit addicted to power to weight ratio. So I know my power, I know my weight, and I know my power is better than other people I know who are decent bike riders. Been doing it for years, they're racing. My power is actually better than theirs. 309 watts. It's not Olympic, it's not Tour de France level, but considering this time last year I was a 16 stone bodybuilder, and now I'm 13, just over 13 stone amateur cyclist. 309 watts, I'm getting there. And a few people I know around the 270 mark, 280. But when they are 60, 70 kilograms, and I'm still 85, 86, 87 kilograms, my power to weight ratio is a bit crap. Like it's gone from 2.73 to 3.5, 3.6. And my lightest weight last week, when I was well, in pounds, I weighed 184 pounds on one day. So my power to weight ratio, the best, has been 3.7. And then looking at the charts, I want to get about 4. 4's where it says like class good, what was it, category 2 sort of level. Because where I live, there's a lot of hills. So power to weight ratio, I need to be lighter to get up. So I can either be stronger or and fitter or lighter. But for the last couple of weeks now, I've been stuck around the same sort of weight. Now, the only way I can make myself lighter is to starve myself or dehydrate myself. By having an Epsom salt bath, I can lose 2 or 3 pounds in an hour. But then, if you don't eat, you've got no energy, they do an FTP test or cycle that night, then your power's crap. So my new strategy is forget about weight for now. Don't worry too much about weight. Obviously, I want to be lighter and lighter and lighter, but slow the weight down a lot, because I'm finding now my body fat is as low as it can get. So the only weight it can lose now is muscle weight. And to lose muscle is going to take quite a long time. Basically, either train, or cut down on the food. But if I'm cutting down on food, that's obviously energy intake, and I'm struggling on the bike. If I'm not drinking water, if I'm dehydrated, I'm struggling on the bike. So then, yeah, you've lost a kilogram, but then you've also lost 50 watts in power. And the loss in power is worse than any loss in weight. I need to increase the power, but decrease the weight at a healthy, decent weight. So the plan is, don't worry too much about the weight for now. Just keep training hard, and make sure that the weight comes off, not with starving, not with dehydration, or stupid techniques like that. By honest training, burning it off, getting fitter and fitter. Eventually, my house phone's ringing. I'm not going to answer it because it's just going to be a waste of time. Yeah, so my new strategy is train. Maybe once a week, get out on the bike on open road, just to test, see how I'm going. Just to get out, just to keep morale up, just to keep it different to just on the turbo all the time. But yeah, so change of plan is, don't starve myself, don't dehydrate myself, don't not drink water, don't not do anything stupid. Just keep eating, keep away from takeaways and high fat foods, train hard, burn off the fat, burn off the muscles, get fat, get fit. Yeah, that's my plan. Okay, so hopefully there won't be many more posts about my body weight. Not until I reach my goal. But my main focus is power up, not weight down. Obviously, as long as my weight stays roughly the same. But yeah, I'll let you know how I get on, and stay tuned.